It's game time on The Score, the place for local winter high school sports. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas pellet and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we're your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet. Our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union. Building lifelong relationships. Get connected. Stay connected. KVFCU. Invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland. Teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care. 216 Main Street, Waterville. Your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second-generation family-owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
The Lawrence Bulldogs girls basketball team has run the table so far. 11 wins in 11 starts. Can they keep it rolling? This may be one of their stiffer tests of the year. Tonight against the Oceanside Mariners. Welcome to Folsom Gym in Fairfield, and welcome to our broadcast here on The Score. He's A.J. Knight. I'm Mike Violet with our Score crew. It's Ballin' for a Cure night tonight. You can see that A.J. and I are outfitted in the Ballin' for the Cure T-shirts. Also, if you go to the top of Central Maine Sports Facebook page, you will find the barcode that you can scan in order to make a Venmo donation to the Alfond Cancer Center. So we encourage you to do that and help these girls out. Both Lawrence and Oceanside will come out and warm up in these very same T-shirts that we are wearing tonight for Ballin' for a Cure. So we tip our hats to the Lawrence girls basketball team for working so hard on this particular cause. And tonight's basketball game, by the way, is one that we have been looking forward to and eyeing for quite some time.
Yes.
Lawrence is 11-0, and we've talked about how easy they have had it in getting to 11-0. One game that has not been decided by more than double digits. Just that one game, and that was against the Oxford Hills Vikings. This Oceanside team, you and the coach John Coughlin had a chance to see them last week, granted against Winslow, a team that is certainly rebuilding, but you saw the building blocks that they have in place, even without Bailey Breen, their best player, who's down at Mount Verde Academy, where Cooper Flagg played last year. She's going to come back home and go to the University of Maine. But her dad coaching without her this year, it's been an adjustment for them, and they look awfully good.
Yeah, I mean, look no further than the fact they started 1-2 this season. They've obviously ripped off 9 straight, so they're 10-2, but those 2 losses are the exact amount of losses they've had over 4 years previously, in which they won 3 state championships and were a runner-up the other year.
Right, I might add, they are the defending Class B champions.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
So, just a testament to how dominant of a program they've been in Class B. Lawrence, you and I had the state championship game against 2 years ago. Last year, the surprising upset, I think, against Coney, who's good this year. I want to respectively correct myself. I said earlier on 107.9 The Mix that it would be surprising if Lawrence doesn't win Class A. I do feel they're the favorites, but I want to give Coney their proper respect. But these are two potential state champions facing off in the regular season tonight.
No question about it. And in Class A North in the heel points, Lawrence is actually second right now, despite the fact that they are undefeated at 11-0. It is Coney at number 1. The Rams have played 2 more games. Lawrence has lost a couple of games because of cancellations or postponement. Coney's 12-1. Lawrence right on their heels at 11-0. What don't the Bulldogs have? They have everything. They have Maddie Provost, I think arguably the best player in the state.
I would agree.
And the Robin to her Batman, Ashley Shores in the backcourt. The bigs up front. They have the great role player in Ella Minahan who rebounds, who can hit the boards, who can play defense. They have a very good bench, both in size and in shooting and guards. They have it all. I think it's their championship to lose. I don't want to heap that kind of pressure on a bunch of high school girls, but I seriously think that way.
Yeah, but that to be said, I think this team would not shy away from that because to me it has the feeling of pick your poison. I'm a Cubs fan, so after they lost in the NLCS, that their motto the next year was why not us? This is our year. I'm a Bulls fan as well.
Wait till next year again.
Right,
Yeah.
the Jordan, the same thing when they got knocked off by the Magic. I think this Lawrence team had the same approach. They didn't even play for a state championship last year, and I think from that second on, it was about delivering the gold ball here to Fairfield.
All right, we have talked to the coaches. I talked to Oceanside coach Matt Breen. I talked to Lawrence coach Greg Chesley. We're going to take a timeout. We'll hear first from Matt Breen of Oceanside. We'll talk to him as we roll on more of our pregame show before Oceanside and Lawrence get it on here from Folsom Gym in Fairfield. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
a machinist.
honestly not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
The Oceanside Mariners in town to take on the Lawrence Bulldogs, the undefeated Lawrence Bulldogs tonight. The Oceanside Mariners, the Class B, defending Class B champs. Joining us now in the pregame show is Coach Matt Breen. Matt, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
2 out of the first 3 games you lost. You've been on a certified roll since then, 8 in a row. What sparked that turnaround after dropping the first 2 out of 3?
In the beginning, I think it was just a matter of learning how to win those tough games. We've lost some key pieces last year due to graduation and transfer, and the girls were having to step into new roles, and it just took a little bit for them to just feel confident in themselves and know that they were able to do the job. So, the Coney game, we led the whole way, all the way until the last 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Camden game that we lost, we had the lead with under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter and found a way to give that one up. So it was just kind of a learning curve that the girls had to go through in order for us to get things going in the right direction.
Yeah, so it's not like you were playing really bad basketball in those 2 games you lost, and you certainly lost to 2 quality teams there.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the way we played Coney in the opener. I thought we did a lot of good things. We just had a couple of plays, that didn't go our way down the stretch that, we could have done differently. And at this point in time, I would think we would react differently in those situations after playing the way we have in the last 7 or 8 games.
Talking to Oceanside coach Matt Breen on the pregame show here tonight before his team takes on the Lawrence Bulldogs. You talked about key transfers, and there's certainly key transfers, one of them being your daughter, Bailey Breen, who's at Mount Verde Academy. the best player in the state. I think it's easy to say that was the case. You won the state championship with her. How much adjustment has it taken for this team to lose a player that good?
Well, I anticipated the transition being pretty difficult, but I knew I had some pieces just because I've had a few returning starters and some key players coming back, and they've actually stepped up and grown rather quickly. I mean, the process has actually gone a little smoother than I anticipated. I thought we might have some bumps in the beginning of the year and start to really improve towards the end, but they improved ahead of schedule. The girls have done a great job. It's just a great group of girls that show up and compete. We don't have great numbers, but what we do have is a special group.
Yeah, sure seems like it. That's for sure. You've reeled off 8 wins in a row. What kind of style can people who are going to watch the game tonight expect from you? What kind of basketball do you like to play, and do you play best?
Well, we're a small team. We don't have a lot of size. We like to spread the floor. We like to get out and transition when we can. We're going to take a lot of threes, use a lot of dribble penetration. We'd like to use our quickness on defense and try and press some, but without having a really deep team, we have to pick our spots on that. So, it's just in a half-court set, we're going to spread you out and try and capitalize on matchups, just like other teams do with us. If they get a good post, they're going to try and make us stay inside. We're going to try and bring your post out and make you pay on the defensive end by getting by.
You certainly play a very competitive schedule. A lot of Class A schools. You've played Coney already and almost beat them, and you've got Lawrence here tonight. The Bulldogs are 11-0. They've got terrific personnel. Maddie Provost, Ashley Shores. They've got 2 bigs. When you look at them, Coach Breen, how do you approach playing the Lawrence Bulldogs?
They're tough. I mean, they're probably the best team in the state. They've got a ton of talent. Even their bigs are athletic and move pretty well. So, us trying to exploit matchups there will be an issue. And Maddie's been a great player. She's one of the best in the state. We're going to have to do a good job defensively. Rebounding is going to be a key for us. If we can limit them to one shot, it'll definitely be a key. We cannot afford to give a team as good as them 2 and 3 looks at the basket. We're going to have to be patient on offense, and we're really going to have to shoot it at a high percentage.
Coach Matt Breen of the Oceanside Mariners, appreciate your time tonight. Matt, thanks very much, and good luck in tonight's ball game.
Thank you.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
The Lawrence Bulldogs haven't played a game since January 11th, and tonight they've got their hands full, probably because the Oceanside Mariners are in town. And joining us now on the pregame show is Lawrence coach Coach Chesley. Greg, first of all, thanks for coming on the show. You're undefeated, but you haven't played in 9 days. What does that mean?
Obviously excited to be undefeated.
Yep.
But I was happy with, getting a little rest. We were coming off some sickness in the beginning, but near the end, it's getting a little tough to keep everyone, focused and on the task at hand.
Well, things are going to change tonight. I think you've had a pretty easy time of it so far. Really, frankly, not many close games. I think one game less than 10 points. And Oceanside presents, I think, probably your biggest obstacle this year. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Well, to this point, we did play Oxford Hills.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was the tight one. But, Oceanside's a good team. Coach Breen does a great job down there. They are extremely athletic, experience, and winning experience. These girls have all done quite a bit of winning, and that really means a lot.
Yeah, they're the defending Class B champions. Certainly Bailey Breen is not there, but still the nucleus of this ball club is really good. But the nucleus of your ball club is really good as well. And you guys can play any style that anybody wants to play. You can run and gun. You can play in the half court. You're a real treat to watch this team. It's got to be a treat to coach a team like this.
It is. It's so nice. I mean, we are so spoiled over at Lawrence in many ways. I mean, from a talent perspective, we're extremely spoiled. But, you know, I know there are good kids everywhere, but we have a really good group of kids. Going into practice is fun. You know, even when we're getting ready for big games, there's usually quite a few laughs at practice and quite a few light moments, and just a great, fun group to be around.
When you prepare for a game like this against Oceanside, aside, as we mentioned, the Oxford Hills game, there hasn't been a close game. Do you change your approach at all, or is it Lawrence basketball and we're going to play our way?
The approach this year has been, if we play our game, I think we're going to be okay. Mm-hmm. And we are really just focused on our game. Yes, we've got a scouting report. Yes, we're going to do some things to try to slow them down and think there are places we can attack them. But, you know, our game is to be physical, play tough defense, get out and run on offense, get off a lot of shots, you know, and we're going to continue to do that.
We're talking to Lawrence coach Coach Chesley here on the pregame show tonight as Lawrence gets ready to play Oceanside here tonight on The Score. The Oceanside Mariners, how do they play? Is there a specific style that they have?
I've watched a lot of their games, and they do like to play fast as well. But Coach Breen does a really good job. They also, in the half court, I've seen quite a few good sets. They will get into a half court game and get the ball, you know, in the right people's hands. You know, Ripley is usually involved with doing something with it. And half court is okay for them, but, you know, I think they do prefer to get out and run.
I know this may be an odd question. You're 11-0, Coach Chesley. Do you want to go undefeated in the regular season?
Want to, yes. Badly, but does it matter? Not really. One of our keys this year, and I know everyone says it, but we just want to keep getting better so that in the end we're at our best. And if we take one on the chin and lose, then so be it, as long as it helps us get better. I think 2 years ago, last game of the season, we lost to Gardner, and I really think that loss helped propel us into the state championship.
Yeah.
Not only it showed it was a close game that we could play with Gardner, but it was a great atmosphere at Folsom Gymnasium that night, and it kind of was a playoff game, and I think it just got everyone ready to go out and show the world that we could do it.
You've had the pleasure of coaching Maddie Provost in every practice and every game that she has played at the varsity level. Does she have anything else in her arsenal? I mean, I am continued to be amazed at some of the stuff that she does.
Honestly, we had a late practice last night, and I watched her penetrate and make a pass to a teammate just in practice that I'm like, wow, haven't seen that before. And Maddie does something just about every time she steps on the court that us coaches, the three of us, will just turn and look at each other like, did we really just see that? It's pretty amazing.
Coach Coach Chesley of the Lawrence Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are 11-0, hoping to go to 12-0 tonight against the Oceanside Mariners. Coach Chesley, appreciate your time tonight. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Mike.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day one. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark's Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs some major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up one or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations. No one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online at clarksscrapmetals.com.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. I don't know who it was who sang the national anthem, but whomever that young lady is,
crushed it.
An absolutely spectacular job. She's over there talking to Lauren Fields, the pep band director right now. She was superb.
She's
so
great.
We are off to a great start. Lawrence and Oceanside ready to go. Starting lineups will go this way. It's Riley Beaudry, 5'6", at one guard. Kayla Baines, 5'5", at the second guard. Aubriana Hoos, 5'4", the third guard. Up front, Grace Mackey, 5'6", forward. Renee Ripley, a 5'8", forward for Matt Breen and the Oceanside Mariners. It's Maddie Provost, Ella Minahan, Ashley Shores, Nadia Morrison, and Lily Gray. What a surprise there, huh? And here we go. Not the best throw-up of that referee's career. Lawrence wins the tap, and Minahan with the basketball right out of the gate. In the corner, they go down low. Now to Provost, turnaround pop by Maddie, no good. Rebound Shores, and it's taken away and lost out of bounds there on the floor. Kayla Baines, good hustle by Baines because Shores had the position to get that rebound, and it will stay with Lawrence. All right, lob in. Here's Provost, left corner three, in and out, and the rebound rolls down to Baines. Or check that, it's 12. Grace Mackey. And here come the Oceanside Mariners of Matt Breen on the right. Hoos drives, runner off the window and in. Beautiful touch there by Aubriana Hoos.
And again, she's one of the players to watch. She's an absolute bulldog.
Minahan drives in, throws it up, gets nailed. And she's going to the line. Ella Minahan will get two after the pass from Maddie Provost. And the foul is going to go on Kayla Baines. First foul of the ball game. And Minahan at the line here for two.
There's two big matchups to me here tonight, Mike. One is Hoos and Provost, because Hoos is a bulldog, real physical defender. And then it's Renee Ripley on the other side is the big for Oceanside. Real comfortable with the ball in her hands, but obviously size she gives up on the other side.
And it's Aubriana Hoos, whose name is spelled Hoose. So when we say Hoos, it's really Hoos on the weave. Baines stops inside the foul line, pop his way off. Rebound is cleared there by Morrison. Lead Provost. Provost shovels it over. She probably should have taken that to the basket. She's got to get more selfish sometimes. Right side, drives, goes in against the double team, laid it over, and unable to handle the pass over there on the other side was Nadia Morrison. And Lawrence turns it over. Seriously, I mean it. Sometimes Provost has got to take it herself.
Yeah, that. You were absolutely right. That was a case or just go up with it.
Absolutely. On the drive here, Hoos lays it off, and instead it's stolen by Minahan. 2-2. Here's Shores on the left to Minahan. Ella holds at the top. Gets a pick from Gray. Gets it to Gray, high post. Nothing there. Outside, 3 for Provost. Bang! 5-2. Wing 3 by Maddie Provost. Lawrence by 3. Their first lead of the night. Here's Hoos. Handing it off to Ripley. Back to Hoos. Hoos drives on Shores. Shores shuts her off, and Shores is going to be called for the foul. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Central Maine Community College in Auburn. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates to choose from. One of the lowest rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now at CMCC. Shot is up. Shot is good. 5-3. Lawrence by 2.
And one of the things I had for you, Mike, is the scoring differential. Lawrence scores 72.5 points here at home, gives up 34.5. But this Oceanside team is going to be one of the few, I think, that doesn't come in here intimidated.
I agree. This is a state championship team here. Provost on the give and go, shovels it around on the other side. It's knocked out of bounds there by Ripley. No, it went out of bounds instead off Nadia Morrison. So Ripley with the good D, and it tips out of bounds off Morrison. So it goes to Oceanside. Mariners down 5-4 here early. Aubriana Hoos, 5-4. Terrific ball handler. On the weave to Beaudry. Beaudry on the weave to Ripley. Ripley with a stutter step. Now on the weave they go to Mackey. Mackey trying to go on Minahan and cannot. Here's Hoos. Hoos drives left side. Laid it over, stolen by Provost. Lawrence galloping. Provost flies by, lays it under, up and in.
There's your selfishness.
That's the kind of selfishness I like, and so does Greg Chesley. 7-4, Lawrence by 3. 5:25 to go in the first. Who's out front? To Beaudry, foul line right in the corner. 3 ball by Mackey, front rimmed it, rebound Provost. Look out, she's looking to run with it. Tricky dribble. Over to Minahan. Minahan back to Provost. She'll take it and not make it. It was short. Rebound all the way out beyond the foul line to Hoos. Hoos stops. Hoos trying to go on Minahan. Ella shut her off. Now Baines. Outside, 3 by Beaudry is on the way. No good. She follows her own shot. She got fouled. And it's going to go on Minahan. They did not box out, and it cost Lawrence.
And a little bit of a bailout there, too. You talk about the rebound because that
not Beaudry, shots. I thought it was going to be shots. No shots.
Because Beaudry was losing control of it, so I think absolutely the right call.
Hoos to put it into play on the baseline. 7-4 Lawrence. Into Ripley, back to Hoos. Hoos up top to Beaudry. Now foul line left to Baines. Now top of the circle, Mackey. Floats behind a Baines pick, goes inside, check that, it's Hoos. Hoos tipped away, stolen. Provost, lead Minahan, too far for Ella. She runs it down in the right corner. Oceanside able to catch up, down low, turning is Gray. Fouled on the way. Well, you know, this Oceanside team, seeing them here for the first time tonight in the first 3 minutes plus, can you imagine this team with Bailey Breen?
Again, this team is physical. Who's not happy with the call? And unsurprisingly, who's the type of basketball player who never commits a foul? But team's not going to be intimidated. Having seen them against Winslow, Central Maine Sports on YouTube, you can watch the game. Foul's going to be curious to me here. You talked about Lawrence's bench, and again, when you have big blowouts, they've had a chance to really get that bench a ton of varsity minutes. But still, you don't want to be pressed into that. And again, Oceanside really only wants to play about 7 deep.
All right, at the line here, Lily Gray. The foul was on Baines. She's going to have to come out. 8-4 after the free throw make by Lily Gray. Addie Poland at the scorer's table coming in. So Poland comes in. She is a 5'3 junior. This is not a very tall Oceanside team. Without Breen, they really lack in height. Second free throw, long. Rebound, and what was that buzzer for? They apparently thought that the free throw went in. It did not. Here's Ripley. Ripley hands it off on the weave to Baines. Baines on the shovel to Hoos. Hoos goes up, blocked there by Provost. And it's picked up by Morrison to Provost. Provost stops, fires it left corner, Minahan. Now to Shores. Shores, top of the circle to Morrison. Morrison to Gray. Gray on the cut to Shores. Can't use it. Goes up and what? Foul or?
Out of bounds.
Nope, it's a foul.
Really?
They called a foul on that. I wasn't sure. And it's going to be a 2-shot foul here for Ashley Shores. Of course, now is there any other kind? So Shores at the line after the foul called on Brianna Hoos. Ashley Shores on the way. No. Coming in. Abby Stackpole, 5'7" sophomore, coming out of the ball game. Kayla Baines.
And again, we heard Coach Breen talk about it in the pregame with you, Mike. Not a tall team, so expect Lawrence to go down low to Morrison and Gray a lot.
9-4. Bulldogs by 5. Up top it is Hoos. Hoos shovels it over to Mackey. Mackey not bashful, in and out, and now the rebound cleared by Gray. She fired a long-range shot from top of the circle. Here's Minahan. Minahan on the right. Lawrence with the ball. They lead 9-4. Beating her man is Gray. Gray goes up way off with that shot. The rebound weak side to Hoos. Hoos, one of the captains. Back outside Ripley, 4-3. Got it! Renee Ripley rips the nets for 3. And it's 9-7. Oceanside within 2. Here's Provost. Right side Minahan. On the box for Morrison, tipped out of bounds on the play. Good defense on the front side there by Abby Stackpole. They fronted and backed her. Provost will put it into play on the baseline. Lobs it outside. Nadia Morrison back to Maddie. Maddie for 3. That's way off. Rebound. Look at the great long arms there of Gray, but she missed the putback. Might have rushed that a little. And the rebound cleared by Ripley. Here's Hoos, top of the circle, guarded by Minahan, a pair of 11s. Now on the switch, on the weave to Poland, to Mackey. Mackey pounds it into the floor. Right side Ripley, almost stolen by Shores, and a timeout is called by Matt Breen, who's not happy with his charges. He wants a 30-second timeout. It's ballin' for a cure night tonight here as these Lawrence High Bulldogs raise money for the Alphon Cancer Center. If you go to the Central Maine Sports Facebook page, you'll find the barcode at the top of the page so you can make a Venmo donation to the Ballin' for the Cure cause and the Alphon Cancer Center. Again, go to the Facebook page, Central Maine Sports, and the barcode for their Venmo account is at the top of the page. The Lawrence Bulldog girls, thank you very much for your support.
Curious to see, Mike, because on defensively, obviously, again, Oceanside, not a ton of size, front and double team in the post. That's going to leave shooters potentially open. On the other side, Shores has drawn the defensive assignment of Ripley, who's kind of their lone big, which means the 2 bigs for Lawrence are going to be guarding shooters out on the perimeter.
Into Hoos. Matt Breen was emphatic on the timeout. He was not happy with his team. On the weave now, Poland, and Poland, that's a foolish foul there by Ella Minahan.
That should be her second.
Yeah. And to get your second foul on that, not good. So that means off the bench, Amaya Lawyerson, and also coming in Peyton Cole. So coming out, Nadia Morrison. Coming out, Ella Minahan. So Lawrence goes 2 deep on their bench. Who's looking to get it in? Finally did. Gets it back. Goes around a pick. Shut off. Now foul line right to Poland. Poland hands it off on the weave to Mackey. Mackey circles in. Mackey, some contact there. And they call an offensive foul drawn by Amaya Lawyerson. Matt Breen not all that happy with it.
Mackey's not either, but Lawyerson right there in the spot would have been a steal regard. It was a turnover one way or the other.
Matt Breen would have preferred a turnover without the foul. Just give him the ball.
Yeah.
Here's Provost. At the top, 9-7 Lawrence. On the weave to Lawyerson. Now to Shores. Shores in the pivot, Gray. Gray under up. No, she is 0 for 2. The bigs, we've talked about that lately.
Finishing.
They have struggled with finishing their shots. Here's Ripley. Renee Ripley works it to the left now, handing it off to Hoos. Hoos to Poland, slapped away by Gray. Recaptured there by Poland. Poland works it to the left, bounce pass off now to Mackey. Guarded by Provost, she beat her. Goes in, jump step. Ball rolls away to Poland, outside to Ripley. Ripley stops, Ripley pops, Ripley misses, rebound Shores. Ripped it away, the lead for Provost. Provost stops, foul line left. High post to Gray, knocked away. Lilly runs it down. Right side, Lawyerson. Bounce pass to Provost. Provost drives, shovels over. Lawyerson up. No, it hit the side of the backboard. I thought it was out of bounds. Not sure if it hit the support or not. It ends up where it should end up, back in Oceanside's hands, because that was not a really good shot by Amaya Lawyerson.
Yeah, sure looked like it did, but again, as you saw there, a lot of contact. Refs letting them play, which I think favors Oceanside a little bit, at least early.
Who's to the right? Popping out up top, Ripley fires a three. No, just a shade off. Rebound run down by Lawyerson. Lawyerson up the right. Lawyerson head up to Shores. Ashley drives, goes in, and is fouled.
And that should be on Mackey, Mike, which would be her second.
All right, so some issues foul-wise for Matt Breen. Riley Beaudry off the bench. She's going to come back in. And also Nadia Morrison is going to come back in as well for the Lawrence Bulldogs. It's been 9-7 for a while here.
Yeah, when's the last time we said that? It was close after one.
Lawrence at home. Shores at the line, hits. 10-7. So Morrison in, Beaudry in, Mackey out, Lily Gray out. So one big in for Lawrence. Ashley Shores with one more at the line. Ashley, 2 dribbles on the way. No. And the rebound is cleared by Ripley. 10-7. Here is Renee Ripley. Up top, coming out to get it, Who's pick from Ripley. Rolls to the right, splits a double team, lobs it over that double team. Back outside, Beaudry for 3, long. Rebound out of bounds off Oceanside. It'll go to Lawrence. Tomorrow night, we're headed to beautiful Newport, Maine. The Nokomis Warriors boys hosting the Mount Blue Cougars. Game time tomorrow night is 6:30. The Battle of Route 2 boys style. Provost drifts right side, stops and fires. That was a dart, no good. Rebound cleared there by Morrison on the offensive end, but she lost it. It was picked off by Who's went down. Who's is okay. Here's Ripley. Waiting for Who finally gets herself collected, gets the basketball. Aubriana Who's. 5'4" captain. Who's trying to drive there on Lawyerson. Good defense. Lob and a steal by Ashley Shores. Shores circles away from the pressure. Ashley over the timeline, out of Provost. Going to wait for one. She's going to launch. It is on the way. It is no good. Talk about waiting. Forget about that.
Crunch time.
That's right. Thanks very much.
So locked into the game.
Better late than never. Crunch Time's brought to you by Clark Scrap Metals. Don't fix it, scrap it. Locations in Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. It'll count if it goes. Talk about Crunch Time, and it did not. Ashley Shores almost beat the buzzer on Clark Scrap Metals Crunch Time, but did not. So, an unexpectedly low-scoring first quarter between these two. The score at the end of one. Lawrence Bulldogs 10, Oceanside Mariners 7. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on The Score.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
Well, two basketball teams that can score have not in the first quarter here tonight. 10-7, only 17 combined points.
Quarter breakdown? So you already started it.
Boy, I can't get anything right yet tonight, can I? First quarter breakdowns brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. So what I just said basically is the first quarter breakdown. Two teams that normally score a lot haven't here in the first. 10-7. Right side three by Poland is good. We're tied at 10. First quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. 10-10. Hook pass to Provost. Provost lays it over, and Morrison couldn't handle it. Loose ball squirts out, and Peyton Cole comes away with it. Out of Provost. To Shores. To Lawyerson. Down low to Morrison. Not a good entry pass at all there by Lawyerson. The pass picked off by Baines. Baines at the top. Stutter step. Goes on Lawyerson. Runner is no good. She's going to the line. Lawrence, a very up and down start to this ball game. And at the line here is Caleb Ains. Or check that, is that whose? I can't see with their ponytail in the way. Shot is good.
That's
is that
whose.
an 11?
That's
All right,
whose.
so it is whose, my bad. 11-10, and Oceanside leads for the first time tonight. Second one by Who's is on the way, a little bit long. Rebound is cleared there by Nadia Morrison, ahead to Provost. Maddie drives, Maddie goes in, lays it up, doesn't go. Rebound, right to her. Shovels outside. A three for Cole. No, way off in the rebound. Who's 11-10. Lily Gray about to come back in. Aubriana Who's to the right. Goes on Shores. Baines faked a three, didn't take it. Now Who's foul line right. Who's backs it out, guarded there by Morrison. Who's drives, goes in over Morrison and hits over the big. Great play there by Aubriana Who's. 13-10, Oceanside by 3. Mariners with their largest lead of the night. Provost to Shores, back to Provost. Provost under, up, in.
That was just sheer desire to get that one up and in the hoop.
13-12, Mariners by 1. 6:15 to go in the first. Glad you're with us here tonight on The Score on Ballin' for a Cure night here at Folsom Gym. We'll explain in a moment. Outside, it's Poland. Poland now to Who's. Who's goes foul line right to Poland. Back to Who's. Who's trying to go on Cole. Cole playing some pretty good defense there. Not a Stackpole. Baseline left side on the drive. Stackpole couldn't use it. Outside three is good by Who's. 16-12. Oceanside by 4.
She's already in double digits with 10.
Here's Provost to Shores. Back to Maddie Provost. Drops it off for Shores. Shores drives in, throws it up and in off the window.
Whew, that was a tough one.
Boy, that ball transfer was not easy. 16-14, Oceanside by 2. 5:15 to go in the first. Here's Who's. On the weave, Stackpole for 3. No, that time, rebound Shores. Shores pushes. Shores down low. That's not a great place for Lawyerson. Back outside Shores. First 3 of the night, front rimmed. Rebound out of bounds, and they'll just let it go. All right, Gray and Minahan coming in. And so Lawrence back to their starting 5. Also back in for Matt Breen is Riley Beaudry and Grace Mackey. So he's got his starting 5 out there, other than actually Stackpole, who is in. And here is Who's. Who's at the top. Blows right by everybody. The runner no good. Rebound weak side to Gray. Gray to Shores. Back to Gray. Lily over the timeline. Over to Provost. Provost catches. Releases. No. She's been off tonight from distance. And this rebound to Ripley. Oceanside with the ball. They lead by 2. 16-14. Foul line left. 3 by Beaudry. No good. Rebound right there. Here's Ella Minahan. Minahan over the timeline to Provost. Provost fakes, goes down low to Morrison. Morrison turns, missed. Got her own rebound, got fouled on the putback attempt. But you know what? She missed the first one, and that's the thing. That's an easy 5-footer.
Yeah, again, we've talked about both bigs struggling to finish, and there almost ends up being a benefit for Lawrence because the foul. Wow, they called that foul early. I thought that should have been on Who's because they got the rebound, but they're going to call it on Stackpole.
Shot is good. 16-15, Oceanside by 1. One more for Nadia Morrison. Second one is on the way, rolls off, rebound, back up. Shores on the other side, Gray! Put back and in, Lawrence back in front. 17-16. So Lawrence ends up getting 3 out of that possession. Here's Who's. Splits a triple team, and a foul is called on Gray.
I told you, Aubriana Who's was our player of the game against Winslow. She is a bulldog. She's not fearless, and she will take on any task.
She's not fearless?
She is fearless.
I thought that's what you meant.
Apologies.
She is fearless, and that foul was on Minahan, so Ella back out of the game with 3 fouls. Lawyerson back in. She'll sit for the half. Who's in right there to Baines. Baines in the paint, has to get out, goes to Ripley. Ripley, elbow, stops, fires. No, missed everything, and Gray will just let it go out of bounds.
And again, that's a matchup worth watching because obviously Ripley gives up size to Lawrence's bigs, but much more comfortable with the ball in her hands.
Here's Provost. High post Morrison. Morrison down low, not a great pass, and it was tipped away there by Beaudry, trying to hit Gray, but not a great pass at all. Back at the other end, Ripley. Ripley loops a pass for Baines. Baines up top to Who's. Who's drives, splits a double team, lost it out of bounds. Nobody touched it from Lawrence. It'll go to the Bulldogs.
Take a look at the Mid-State Machine Instant Replay. It does not lie. Tough to see with Morrison's body the way. It doesn't look like it was deflected.
Here's Provost, 3.5 to go in the first half. 17-16 Lawrence. Seesaw. First half to the foul line. Gray to Morrison. Morrison catch release. Off the glass. A dart, and it's in. That was almost a horizontal shot.
That was hard off the glass.
19-16. Lawrence by 3. Who's to Mackey. On the weave to Ripley. Ripley, baseline right side to Baines. Baines launches. It's partially blocked. Rebound, Provost. Provost out of the shoot. Provost to Shores, and the pass had a lot on it. It kind of needed to, but Shores could not get the arms up in time, and it ended up in the band. So Lawrence turns it over. 2:54 to go first half. Here's Aubriana Who's. Who's guarded by Lawyerson. Picked up by Shores on the switch. Now outside to Mackey. Mackey to Who's. Who's shut off there. Good play by Lawyerson to keep her from going to the basket. Now all confused here is Baines. Baines laid it over to Hughes. Hughes elbow jump shot. No good. Rebound in the corner. Run down by Baines. New opportunity. Who's goes in. Oh, what a play. Aubriana Who's with a dipsy-do for 2.
Hitting the deck for good measure, too.
Goodness gracious. Put a star beside that one. On the weave, Shores. Stops, floats one up. No good. Way, way off. Rebound is out of bounds. Off. Oceanside. It'll be Lawrence's ball. We had to wait on that one. There was a little gestation period there. And coming in now is Addie Poland, a 5'3 junior. Coming out of the ball game is Riley Beaudry for Matt Breen in Oceanside. Shores with the basketball to inbound it. 19-18 Lawrence into Gray to Morrison. Not much there. Right over. Open is Lawyerson, and Lawyerson hits. The defense all collapsed, and Lawyerson was wide open.
And Lawrence really liking that big-to-big entry pass, too.
21-18. It's back to 3. Who's stutter step, the drive, off the side of the backboard. The rebound, though, is picked off in there by Baines. And she got hit pretty hard there. Lawyerson got the worst of it, but Lawyerson hit her pretty hard. And the foul is called on Amaya Lawyerson.
Which is her second.
So Greg Chesley, some issues with fouls in the backcourt. Lob into Ripley. Ripley, one step, no good. Ripley with the rebound. Outside, Baines from 10, got it. Maybe a little less than 10. 21-20. It's back to 1. Provost, look at the spin there. Laid it off to Gray, and it's good.
That was a heck of a find right there.
23-20. Lawrence by 3, a minute 20 to go in a rock'em sock'em first half. Mackey, Ripley for 3, no good. Very high rebound. Morrison could not snag it. Baines did after it bounced away. Now down low, having problems. Mackey, corner 3 is up and no good by Poland. Rebound again by Oceanside. It's Who's. Goes in, blocked by Provost. Wow, what action.
These two teams look like they can win state championships, Mike?
I think so.
I'm with you.
Aubriana Who's got it into Ripley. Ripley under, up and in over Nadia Morrison, no less. Man, are they tough. 23-22. Lawrence by 1, 45 seconds to go in the first half. A tricky dribble by Provost, and she was fouled on the way through, splitting a double team. The foul is called on Aubriana Who's. It is her second. Second on the team into Gray. Gray into Morrison. Morrison catches, throws it up, no good. Good defense by Baines, and Baines with a rebound on the floor. Got it away, just barely to Mackey. And let's see if Matt Breen, he is going to, I believe, wait. Ripley. A hoop would give Oceanside the lead. Outside to Hoos, they look like they're going to hang on to it. On the weave to Baines. Baines to Mackey. Mackey angles in, a Euro step and a foul. That's the last foul Lawrence has to give.
And again, that's the challenge right there. As Ripley
that's a shot? I don't know about that.
That's the challenge as Ripley's been picked up by Shores. That means, again, the bigs have to guard guards out on the perimeter.
At the line, the shot is good, and we are tied as Grace Mackey hits it. 23 all.
And they attributed that foul to Shores, which is her second.
So again, Greg Chesley with some foul issues in his backcourt. One more free throw here for Grace Mackey, trying to break this tie. Not with that one. Rebound comes down to Morrison. Morrison to Gray. Out comes Provost. Maddie checks the clock. It's at 10. It's her ball. 5. A pick. Stops. Fires. No good. The rebound would have counted had it gone. It did not by Lily Gray. And guess what? We have got a flat. I was waiting for you to say
I know,
what.
I'm sorry.
We have got a flat-footed tie at the half. Our score from Folsom Gym in Fairfield between Class A and Class B tonight. The Class A Lawrence Bulldogs 23. The Class B Oceanside Mariners 23. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on The Score.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Herman and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Herman location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Looking for a way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. 23-23, Lawrence and Oceanside here at halftime. Let me retroactively go back to the point where there were 2 minutes left in the second quarter and say that crunch time, brought to you by Clark's Scrap Metals. Don't fix it, scrap it. Clark's Scrap Metals with locations in Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. And I'm telling you, Mr. Man, crunch time in this ball game, whether it was the first quarter or the second quarter, was something else. But crunch time in the second quarter was really, really wicked crunchy because the biggest lead that either team had in the quarter was 4. That was Oceanside. They led by 4 about halfway through. But when we got down to crunch time, it really got down to the nitty-gritty. Lawrence went up by 3. Oceanside scored the final 3 down the stretch to account for a great crunch time for them and a tie ball game for us at halftime. So crunch time in the second quarter brought to you by Clark's Scrap Metals. Don't fix it, scrap it. Clark's Scrap Metals with locations in Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. And now we move on to the second quarter breakdown, which is basically just what I said when it comes to crunch time, because the breakdown is this: Lawrence not able to put any distance between themselves and Oceanside did put a 4-point gap in between them and Lawrence, but then Lawrence came back and a 7-point swing took the lead as we watch Larry the Lawrence Bulldog go through his thing here at halftime. And the tennis balls are all part of the fundraiser here for the Ballin' for a Cure night tonight. I don't know what the formula is for that fundraiser, but Larry the Lawrence Bulldog, I think, is having fun out there.
I hope they pay him well, because it kind of seems like a lot of people are just aiming for him instead of the shopping cart.
Yeah, Larry right now is just trying to hold his head on straight. But, you know, then again, aren't we all? Second quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
And with all that said, hopefully your voice isn't too tired, because caught up on crunch time, caught up on the quarter breakdown. Now, of course, we're at halftime.
It's halftime, which is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. Lawrence led by a score of 10-7 at the end of one. Oceanside outscored them 16-13 in the second quarter. And, excuse me, that is wrong. That is completely, absolutely wrong.
No,
Oceanside outscored them. No, you're right.
You're right. Yeah, 16-13 Oceanside, quarter 2.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
Have some confidence, Mike. You got it.
I'm so lacking confidence in my math skills that I don't have any belief in myself whatsoever. So Oceanside outscored Lawrence 16-13 in the second quarter. So we've got a fearless Oceanside team.
Yes.
We just don't see, other than Coney. We haven't seen Coney and Lawrence haven't played yet this year, so we don't have that to use as our barometer here. But it is so unusual to see a team stay with Lawrence that it's almost kind of stunning.
Yeah, again, in their home games, they've had 5, Lawrence has. Their average margin of victory is just shy of 40 points a game. But this Oceanside team matches up really well from the standpoint of they're certainly as athletic as Lawrence is, and obviously their pedigree, their winning culture. There's no intimidation coming into this gym, and a great atmosphere. The big thing is foul trouble, especially for both teams, but Oceanside doesn't want to get too deep in their bench, and then rebounds. And foul trouble really started to sway more towards Lawrence. Three players for Oceanside with 2, Mike. Hoos, Baines, and Mackey, all starters, all have 2 fouls. On the other side for Lawrence, Shores and Lawyerson have 2 apiece. Lawyerson goes off the bench, but Ella Minahan did pick up 3. And then impressively, and we'll get to the points coming up, I think Oceanside only trails Lawrence in boards, 20-16 at half Lawrence. Oceanside, I think you can live with keeping it within striking distance given the size disadvantage.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Lawrence has the 2 6-footers, the 2 bigs. They also have Ashley Shores at 5'8". Ella Minahan plays pretty big as well, 5'7", 5'8". And you know what? Maddie Provost isn't that tall. She's 5'11", but she's got those long arms and that basketball body of hers, and she is a great rebounder. So to be within 4 of them on the boards is really, really good. But where it counts, It's 23 all, and this is anybody's ball game going to the second half.
I agree. Only one player in double figures. That's Aubriana Hu. She's got 12. She scored 8 of them there in that second quarter. Next leading scorers, Renee Ripley, who had kind of a quiet first half again. Challenges, she's their lone, operates as their lone big. Talked about the 2 6-footers. The other side is offensively. She can do some things with the ball, obviously. The Lawrence Bigs can't. And then on the other side for the Bulldogs, Provost leads the way. She's got 7. Gray has 5. And I think, looking on paper, Mike, for Lawrence, it's pretty easy. You'd think we'll go inside to the 6-footers, let them take advantage, size mismatch, and work inside out. But as you and I have seen all season, they struggle to finish, and that allows teams, I think, to get a little bit more aggressive defending them and not necessarily get taken advantage of defensively because they don't finish as much as they should.
23-23, second half action. Lawrence Oceanside next on the score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. Because every weekend, even when the weather's bad, and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here at Folsom Gym in Fairfield, ready to go into the second half. It's Provost, Minahan, Shores, Morrison, and Gray for the Lawrence Bulldogs, and for Matt Breen and the Oceanside Mariners, Beaudry, Baines, Hughes, Mackey, and Ripley. It's Lawrence's ball. They go right to left as we look at things here. Second half underway, 23 all. Here's Shores on the left. Ashley Holtz to the foul line to Gray. Down to Morrison. Morrison turns, spins, missed. Got her own rebound, back outside. They start Lawyerson in the second half. I missed that. Inside to Morrison. Over to Provost. Provost releases. Man, she is way off tonight. Rebound Lawyerson. They start Minahan on the bench. So Minahan does not start the second half with 3 fouls. Baseline to Lawyerson. She turned it over, and then she fought for the loose ball after that, but it ends up that it's going out of bounds off her, Riley Beaudry, and she, number 4, is going after it there. Lawrence with some pressure. In the backcourt now, Hughes lobs it ahead for Baines. Baines to Ripley. Ripley up top to Hughes holds. Hughes on the weave to Baines. 23 all. Foul line left to Beaudry. Now on the cut, it's Mackey to Hughes. Hughes a stutter step over, foul line left extended. Reversing now with Baines as they swap. Now Ripley, they're playing outside the 3-point line. That's a foul on Provost. A little bit of a hip check there by Maddie as she hipped Hughes down.
And again, Hughes a senior, has been on some winning clubs. She knows she's got some savvy.
Ripley into Hughes. 23 all. Minute plus gone here in the third. Ripley on the drive, missed the shot. Rebound there by Morrison, or check that, Gray. Outlet to Provost. Provost holds. Down low to Gray. Gray to Shores, now to Gray. Gray, a runner from the left baseline, no good. Rebound fought for, ripping it away there, Baines. Kayla Baines up top to Ripley, launches a 3, no good. Very deep rebound over to Provost. Provost handles. Provost up to right, whips it ahead to Lawyerson. Lawyerson back to Provost. Provost fakes the drive, lost the dribble, got it back, splits a double team, beautiful pass to Gray for a layup. Eyes on the sides of her heads and the back of her head, 25-23. Lawrence back on top by 2. Up top it is Baines. On the weave, Beaudry to Ripley. Ripley trying to circle in, can't. Outside instead to Mackey. She reverses to Hughes. Hughes backs it out. Guarded by Morrison. Hughes goes baseline. Morrison shuts that down. The ball tipped and stolen. Morrison, after it was tipped by Shores, stolen. Here's Shores. Ashley's had a quiet first half. Gray up top to Lawyerson. Back to Gray. Gray goes in, throws it up, fouled on the play by Ripley, and Gray's going to the line. Looks like Lawrence is making a concerted effort to get it inside.
I think for nothing else is you try and draw some fouls. One of the things, Mike, for Oceanside, driving me nuts, Hughes picks up her dribble way too much.
Shot by Gray is good. 26-23, Bulldogs by 3.
That's a third foul on Baines is what it ended up being called.
Gray's free throw is good. Lawrence matches their largest lead, 27-23. Check that their largest lead had been 3. This is their largest lead. Oceanside's had a 4-point lead. Right side, Mackey. Mackey back up top now to Beaudry. Beaudry way away from the basket. Drifts over to the right now to Who's on the pop-out. Who's holds. Who's trying to go on Lawyerson. Lawyerson shut her off. Now on the weave, it's Baines. Baines to Who's. Who's trying to go on Morrison. Does. Morrison fouled her.
Push comes to shove, you get into a possession. We've seen Who's will lower her head and run into the wall if she needs to get a bucket.
So Aubriana Who's draws the foul on Lily Gray. 2 shots here for Who's. Rattles in. 27-24. The lead for Lawrence is 4. Excuse me, the lead is 3. The lead is 2. 27-25. Here is Amaya Lawyerson. Hands it off to Provost. Provost. A head fake. Stops. Foul line left. Hooks a pass in for Gray. It's knocked out, and Lawyerson runs it down. Lawyerson to Shores. To Provost. Way outside near the logo. Provost launches. Boy, they need her to get cooking, and she isn't so far. We've got 2 whistles. We're going to get a held ball or a foul. We're getting a foul. Possession foul here.
See, that goes on. That's on Baines, her 4th.
So she is coming out of the ball game. So Abby Stackpole comes in. And Shores will inbound it. Shores into Gray. Gray up and in. Catch and release, 29-25, Lawrence by 4.
Gray's got all 6 points this quarter.
Who's on the left. Who's on the weave to Mackey. Mackey blocked there by Morrison. The shot by Stackpole ahead to Provost. Provost lefty layup is good. And Lawrence with their largest lead of the night. And Matt Breen wants time. He has taken a 30-second timeout. 4:04 left in the third. And Lawrence has bumped it up to 6. They lead at 31-25. Gives us a moment to tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online at cmautogroup.com.
And again, we know for Oceanside, you're really pumped about coming in, right, tying this Lawrence team. You know how good they are at halftime, 23-23. But what's lurking out there, like you said, Mike, despite the fact that Provost led the Bulldogs at half with 7, really hadn't shot the ball well. And you know, at any moment's notice, she can go on a 10-0 run by herself.
4:04 left in the third. And Matt Breen with some emphatic points made during that timeout. He is not exactly a bashful coach. Very intense. And it is his ball club's ball. Here is Aubriana Who's. Who's right up Broadway. Over on the right to Beaudry. Outside a 3 by Mackey. On the way, no good. Weak side rebound. Run down by Stackpole. Another opportunity here. Who's left corner. Who's drives. Goes under. Up and in. Aubriana Who's. Boy, does she have a cavalcade of shots in her arsenal.
Going through the land of the Giants to put that one in.
Top shot. Provost drives. Goes in. Runner too hard. Rebound. Morrison back up. Got it. The Bigs made the difference there. 33-27. Back to 6. Aubriana Who's. What a player. What a Beaudry. Riley Beaudry. Hands it off on the weed to Stackpole. Stackpole knocked down Minahan, and they call an offensive foul. That's a good thing for Ella Minahan because that would have been 4 for her. Matt Breen not happy with that call.
I got to be honest. I think Minahan tripped over her own feet there. And I also think look no further than the fact that the far side ref is the one that called it.
I think Matt Breen agrees with you.
I'm with him.
I'm just saying.
Mid-state machine instant replay doesn't, for how physical
Never
this game's been.
Provost, the stutter step, stops, pops on the elbow, got it. 35-27, Lawrence by 8, largest lead for the Bulldogs. Under 3 to go, we're coming up to crunch time, baby. Right side, Who's to Stackpole, now to Poland. Now it goes to Mackey as they run this weave. Ripley around the three-point line. Now Who's tip, stolen, Provost. Provost blows by Who's all the way, laid it in.
Said it was lurking out there real quick. Provost found herself 6 points.
37-27, it's 10. Who's on the left on the weave to Mackey. Mackey on the right, Stackpole for 3, got it! Steely-eyed shot there, 37-30. And the ball tipped out of bounds. Ooh, Lawrence threw it away. I didn't see the first call from the official, so it's a Lawrence turnover there. AJ's going to have to check the mid-state machine replay on that one.
Trying to see how far back I have to go. We're too far back. I can't see it.
Okay.
I've totally missed it.
So did I. I was looking down. Here is Who's. And it is crunch time, baby. Brought to you by Clark Scrap Metals. Don't fix it, scrap it. Locations in Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. That was tipped out of bounds by Lawrence.
That was not just tipped. That was swatted out of bounds by Morrison.
That was swatted out of bounds by Lawrence's Morrison. And it goes to Who's. Who's shut off there by Minahan. Who's backs it out. 37-30, Lawrence by 7. Right side, Mackey. Mackey on the weave to Poland. Poland to Ripley. Ripley almost lost it there to Provost. Now to Who's. Who's tries to go through a double team. The ball was stripped and stolen, and here comes Shores. They've got numbers 5-on-4. Got to get it to the basket. They do to Morrison. She missed the shot. Boy, they had Who's on the floor just sitting that one out, and they could not take advantage of it. Here's a 3 by Poland, way off, and the ball out of bounds off the hip there of Mackey. That was a missed opportunity for Lawrence.
And before that, too, Who's had a shooter in the corner. She lost control of the ball going into the post, and then she hit the deck and she lost it. Lawrence doesn't take advantage of the other side, and there I think you see that shot rush misses everything.
Bulldogs ball, 37-30, 1:10 to go in the third. Provost all the way, left-handed, no good. She's going to the line. Tomorrow night, it's Mount Blue at Nokomis and boys basketball from Newport. Game time, 6:30. Live video and audio at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and on YouTube at Central Maine Sports. Maddie Provost at the line. Dips, fires, hits. First time into the ball game tonight, Lily Stackpole.
Worth noting, Mike, it didn't get into the pregame. One of the losses this Oceanside team does have was at Coney to open the season.
Second one is good by Provost, 39-30. And we have Greg Chesley calling a timeout here. Meantime, Matt Breen taking the time to go out and talk to one of the officials. It's a 30-second timeout. So 1:08 to go, and a timeout by Lawrence's Greg Chesley, 39-30. The Bulldogs, it'll be an inbounding situation for Oceanside when play resumes.
And we talked about it, Mike. Provost led Lawrence at half with just 7 points, really hadn't shot the ball well. All of a sudden, she's up to 15, so she's got just 8 this quarter. As Lawrence, again, I think starting to lean on this the Oceanside team a little bit.
All right, Coach Chess has his say. And it's the Mariners' ball. 1:08 to go in the third. Here is Who's. Who's on the pop out. Left side, Stackpole. Stackpole back door. Unable to use it there was Mackey. 3 ball from the corner, no good. Lawrence let that rebound go. You got to get that rebound if you're Lawrence. Snagging that was Who's. Nobody put a body on her. She came flying through and got the offensive board. Good on her. And this is Lily Stackpole. We got both the Stackpoles out there. Foul line left, Mackey. Mackey trying to go on Peyton Cole. Can't. Popping out his Who's. They're going to wait, apparently. We are down to 33. Popping out is Ripley. Ripley over to Stackpole. Stackpole down inside. Intercepted by Minahan. Minahan, it's tipped out of bounds by Oceanside. And Lawrence has an opportunity here to wait for one. And it goes to Provost. Midcourt with 20. Provost a shake and a bake in the corner to Minahan for 3. No good. Rebound Gray, and Minahan got fouled.
Yeah,
Oh, man, what a terrible foul by Lily Stackpole.
Here, see, the crashes right in there. That's an easy call.
You cannot commit that foul. So Minahan will get 3.
And again, to your point, this is her first minutes checking in a big spot there and makes a big mistake.
One dribble, a spin, Minahan shoots and hits. 40-30, it's 10.
You talked about Minahan in the pregame. He kind of does a lot of the stuff you don't necessarily see in the stat sheet.
Biggest lead of the night for Lawrence, 41-30. I thought she was taking a 3. She was only taking a 2, so my bad. So 2 free throws, 41-30. The foul line, baseline pop there by Ripley is good. 41-32 at the buzzer. It'll count if it goes, and it almost did. And so we go to the fourth quarter. Lawrence leads by 9. The score at the end of 3 from Fairfield and Folsom Gym. Lawrence Bulldogs 41 and the Oceanside Mariners 32. Back after this on The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. This place is full, this place is loud, and this place is rocking here on Ballin' for a Cure night. And the Oceanside Mariners giving the Lawrence Bulldogs everything they want and more. We go to the fourth quarter. Third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Problems, and what? A foul? Oh, my goodness. He called a foul on that?
That's generous. Who's, I think, overreacted to being challenged.
Oh.
Probably should have been a travel.
All right, so Lawrence in the third quarter outscoring Oceanside by a count of 18-11. Shot no good. Rebound Ripley, no good. A tip there. Oceanside again. Outside for Mackey and 3. No good. Rebound run down by Beaudry, now stolen by Minahan. And Minahan has it knocked out of bounds by Mackey. So 18-11, the edge for Lawrence in the third quarter. Our third quarter breakdowns brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. All right, in it goes. It's Provost. Provost launches. No. Crowd would have gone nuts on that one. Rebound Beaudry. Now to Ripley. Renee Ripley. Ripley takes it back to the top. Hands it off to Who's on the weave. Who's. Now to Mackey. Mackey over on the left to Baines. Baines to the foul line. Stopped there by Morrison. Baines giving up a lot of height there. Shoveled it off to Beaudry. Now to Ripley. 7 minutes to go. Lawrence up by 9. On the weave, Who's lost it. Runs it down on the sideline, right in front of the bench. Hooks a pass on the right for Mackey. Mackey down low to Ripley. Ripley goes under the basket. Tosses it over left side. Beaudry for 3. No. Rebound. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Ashley Shores again.
And that'll be her 4th.
That's not much of a foul.
I also agree with that. Her 3rd was the one where Who's hit the deck.
I think that's an easy no call there, and Ashley Shores has to leave with 4 fouls. Coming in for her is Lily Gray. Now it's who's outside. Minute and a half gone here in the fourth. Nobody has scored yet. We're still at 41-32. Who's dribbled it off her foot right there to Gray. To Minahan. To Provost. Provost under, up, and she missed the shot. Out of the chute, Ripley with the defensive rebound to Who's. Who's drives, runner, does not go. Rebound Morrison to Gray. Threads the needle to Minahan. Ella under, up and in. 43-32, it's 11.
Minahan coming in with some big points here in the second half.
Played some super basketball here down the stretch. Curling around Mackey. Mackey launches a three. It's on the way, no good. Rebound. You see so many players there. We got a held ball. The arrow is Lawrence's. Waiting for the ball to come down rather than going to the ball. And that's what's hurt Lawrence on the boards here tonight. A lot of waiting. You can't wait. Here's Provost over to Gray. Back to Provost on the give and go. She bobbled it, then threw it in the first row. Trying to kick it out to Gray, or excuse me, to Cole, but too hard.
Now there's a case where I think right idea, but just trying to do a little bit too much.
All right, Oceanside ball. It's O'Brianna Who's. 5.5 to go. 43-32. Who's on the left to Stackpole. Losing it on the far sideline over there and just barely running it down Mackey before it rolled out of bounds. Mackey hands it off to Who's. Who's behind a pick of Ripley. Kicks it back outside. This is Addie Poland in the game. Poland, now to Mackey. Not a lot of time to do this here if you're Oceanside. A three by Stackpole is no good. Grazed the net, but it was no good, and we had a foul called on Provost after that miss, which just tickled the twine. Provost commits a foul there on Poland. Not a shooting situation, but the third foul on Lawrence. No fouls yet for Oceanside. All right, pass to Ripley. Ripley for three, no. Deep rebound, run down, Morrison to Gray. Gray ahead. Provost lays it up and in. And Matt Breen wants a timeout. 4:51 to go in this one. It's Lawrence 45, Oceanside 32. This is high school basketball on the score.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835. 465-4835. Or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here at Jam-Pack Folsom Gym in Fairfield. The Lawrence Bulldogs have their largest lead of the night. They lead it by 13 after the driving layup by Maddie Provost, 45-32.
And again, I think just starting to see this Lawrence team, the difference in bringing back almost everybody from that team last year. I think just starting to lean on Oceanside. I think the Mariners starting just running out of gas.
All right, Lawrence, other than Peyton Cole, has their starting lineup out there. Ashley Shores on the bench with 4 fouls. Up top here, it's O'Brianna Who's. Oceanside needs to make hay. Here's Stackpole. Stackpole to Ripley. Ripley guarded by Provost. On the weave now to Mackey. Mackey, cross-court right side. Stackpole. Check that Poland. Addie Poland splits the double team. The drive goes, no good. Matt Breen not happy with a no call there. Rebound, Minahan. Up to Gray, to Provost. Foul line pop by Maddie. Got the roll.
Again, Maddie Provost struggling to shoot in the first half. Second half said, I see the end, and I'm going to put us there.
Lead is 15. Biggest it's been tonight. Aubrianna Who's goes up, no good. Rebound Morrison. Outlets to Provost. Ahead for Minahan. Minahan goes up, fouled. Nope, not fouled, but Ripley blocked the shot out of bounds. It'll be Lawrence's ball under their basket. We are under 4 minutes to go. 3:54.
I will say to Coach Breen's point, it's 16 free throw attempts through 3 quarters to 8 for Oceanside.
Got a timeout here taken by Greg Chesley. It's a 30. We'll stay right here with you with 3:54 to go. I don't think a huge bone of contention. I'm not sure the officiating's been great tonight. I don't think it's been great for both sides.
I would agree. To me, being as objective as I can, I will say one of the issues I think that has affected Oceanside and why the whistle has benefited Lawrence a bit more. Oceanside, it's been mostly Who's, and Who's has driven, I think, a lot more out of control, which doesn't do you favors with the ref when it comes to a whistle.
Good point. Ella Manahan to put it into play under the Lawrence basket. Bulldogs with the ball and a 15-point lead, but it has been a much tighter ball game than that. And it goes to Morrison. Morrison lost it. We've got a held ball here. That's going to go to the Mariners.
Morrison really unhappy. Got to be careful there. You don't want to pick up anything unnecessary.
All right. Passing to Who's. She'll wait. Pick it up as late as she can. Ashley Shores is going to come back in. On the cut. Working around a pick there is Stackpole. Now up top it's Who. She does not take the three very much.
And she's a solid shooter.
Top of the circle, Mackey now to the right. Drives in, jump step, under up. Nice move, couldn't finish it. Rebound, Ella Minahan. Dribbles away from pressure, ahead to Provost. Quick pass for Gray, yes!
A lot more of that in the second half as Lawrence has run and gotten open looks.
49-32, it's 17. Who's blocked there by Gray, but a foul called on Lily Gray. And Matt Breen, he does work the officials, I'll tell you right now.
Tell you what, I think that, again, know what the expectations are for both these teams. I think you could tell by specifically Morrison's reaction, obviously later in this game. Both these teams knew what this game meant to each other, and it's been a right kind of atmosphere. And again, you see, I think, how much both of them want it.
Who's hits the free throw, 49-33. Shores back in, Peyton Cole out. Has Ashley Shores scored tonight?
She's got four, one field goal.
49-34. Lawrence by 15. Ashley's been in foul trouble most of the night. This is as little as she has played in a long time. Provost dumps it off for Gray, missed the shot. Gray gets her own rebound. They'll start it again. Up top, it is Provost for three, no. Rebound Gray. Gray up, no. She's going to the line.
And again, not surprising, Mike, when it comes to high school students, you get a little tired. What don't you do? Details, box out.
Lawrence got the rebounds there. Here is Gray at the line. Nope. One more for Lily. Dips, shoots, that quick release, got it. Lawrence has broken 50, 50-34. Coming in is Lily Stackpole. Coming out is Addie Poland for Matt Breen and the Oceanside Mariners. Here is Who's. Aubriana Who's. The lead is 16. Ripley. Foul line right, Stackpole.
Missed the other Stackpole.
Yep, you got to shoot the basketball. Shot is up, no good there by Mackey. A rebound, Lawrence. Ahead to Provost. Provost under, up the leaner is good off the window.
She's got 21.
It is showtime for Maddie Provost. And that's after a sluggish first half. Around to pick, it's Mackey. Now Ripley. Ripley is fouled out front by Minahan.
I think the second you talked about some of these fouls called against Lawrence, I think you've seen some of the effects of Coach Breen working the refs in the second half.
No doubt. He works it. I don't blame him. If I coached, I'd work him too. Ripley hits. It's a good thing I don't coach because I'd get a technical foul, then I'd get another one.
And then I'm on your staff.
Another one.
We know I'm hot-headed. Right. I'm getting ejected.
The kids are going to coach themselves. They'd probably love it. 52-35. It's time for Crunch Time. It's brought to you by Clark's Scrap Metals. Don't fix it, scrap it. Clark Scrap Metals locations in Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. And this is our first of 4 crunch times tonight that hasn't really had that tension feeling. And it goes Morrison, yes. 54-35. It is 19, largest lead of the game. This has not been a 19-point game, however. Who's missed the shot? Rebound. Morrison to Minahan. Minahan hooks a pass on the other side to Gray. Turnaround, no. Rebound, Ripley. 1:40 to go. Ripley, a lead pass, run down in the corner by Mackey. Mackey to Hoos. She jacks a 3, no good. Rebound, Lawrence has got that one, no. Taken away from Shores there by Stackpole. Stackpole laid it over and a block by Gray, but a foul as she fouled Abby Stackpole.
No, that's clean.
Was it a clean block?
Yeah,
okay, no foul.
Inbound.
My mistake. All ball. Stackpole into Hoos. Hoos up top, 1:20 to go. It's just a matter of time. Stolen by Provost, a foul there on Maddie, and why not? This will take a crack at it here. After the game, we'll pick our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. We do it every night. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. Could possibly another conversation with Maddie Provost be on the way?
I'd say point totals based on case. I think there's one other nominee I would make.
All right.
Just based on.
I'll hear you out. The court is open for arguments. Shot is good there by Mackey.
She didn't have a field goal tonight. She came in, I think, as their best shooter. The other thing I was going to say, the Lawrence done a good job against Ripley. Just 8 total points, 3 total field goals.
Second one is good. 54-37, 1:15 to go. Maddie Provost in the back. Provost stops, fires, got it.
She's dialed in.
Yep.
Maybe she heard what I said about not being certain about her being player of the game.
She'd like to play a couple more quarters. 56-37. Ripley, a long one for 3. No good. Rebound Morrison. Outlet up to Provost. It's 3-on-1 to Shores and Ashley. That's Ashley's night tonight in a nutshell right there.
100%.
When it comes to shooting the ball, she can make that shot blindfolded. And she missed it. Ripley drives, pocket picked by Provost. 30 seconds to go. Provost over, and that pass didn't connect with anyone. But the horse has already left the barn. And the Bulldog Rowdies in a singing mood. That old nylon's favorite. You know it, you love it. Na, 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 na. Yeah, that one. Shot no good. Provost with a rebound. Her pass was blocked by Ripley. Ripley gets it back. That pass is blocked by Provost. 2-on-1. Provost goes in, draws a foul. 8.7 seconds to go. It will not result in shots.
That's Hoos' last one. Frustrating night. Tell you what, though, Coach Breen not happy, I think, with the officiating tonight, but he'll admit it afterwards. This is the type of atmosphere in a game that's going to make you better.
Taylor Pellerin coming in, and Maddie Provost coming out. So Provost played all 32 except for 8.7. She was pretty productive.
Wait till we get to the numbers.
All right, Taylor will inbound it to Morrison. Back to Taylor. I want Taylor to get a shot. They're not going to shoot it. Shores will hang on to it. Clock runs out. Ball game over. Well, for 2.5 quarters, this one was a wing dinger. It ends up being an easy win for Lawrence, but don't let the score deceive you. It was closer than that. Final score here tonight from Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Lawrence Bulldogs 56, Oceanside Mariners 37. We'll come back with our postgame show, including all the final numbers and our Flagship Cinema Score Player of the Game. This is high school basketball on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way. Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day one. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark's Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs some major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up one or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations. No one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online at clarkscrapmetals.com.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Lawrence Bulldogs winning here tonight. The final score, the Bulldogs 56 and the Oceanside Mariners 37. Time for our fourth quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. The Bulldogs began the fourth quarter with a 41-32 lead. They outscored Oceanside 15-5. to put this thing away in the fourth quarter and win it by 19. Terrific second half for Maddie Provost, who finished with a game-high 23, but 16 of those in the second half, and she finally found her shot in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs just kept on rolling to start the fourth quarter with 4 consecutive possessions where they scored as they took what was a 9-point lead and blew it up to 17, AJ, and put it away.
Yeah, and again, we talked about that at half. It was tied 23-23, and we said, in one hand, if you're Oceanside coming into this hostile territory, you're pumped about that. Even Provost led all Bulldog scores in the first half with 7, but we said she didn't shoot the ball well in the first half, and you knew lurking out there somewhere was the explosion. And again, Provost does what Provost do and explodes in the second half and puts it away as Oceanside just ran out of gas.
Fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Now, we had a semi-argument late in the fourth quarter about who the flagship Cinema Score player of the game was going to be. I, of course, immediately advocated for the easy, obvious choice of Maddie Provost. You had a dark horse candidate.
I was going to suggest Lily Gray. We won't spoil it because we do know that the player of the game said that they'd come up here to chit-chat with Mike. I was going to suggest Lily Gray, who did have 14 points, 9 of them coming in the second half, and then Lawrence just started to really dominate there in the second half on the boards. Finished only 38 for 38-29, Lawrence boards versus Oceanside boards, but it was 24-21 after 3, so that means 14-8 there in the fourth quarter. It just felt like Lawrence was grabbing everything near the end there.
Yeah, and she did have a really, really strong game, no question about it, on Ballin' for the Cure here tonight, and the Lawrence girls are posing for pictures with a game show check that they have for the Alphon Cancer Center. So that gives us a chance to remind you that on the top of the Central Maine Sports Facebook page, again, Central Maine Sports on Facebook, the Ballin' for the Cure QR code is there, the barcode there for their Venmo account for you to make a donation to the Alphon Cancer Center. So if you would like to make a donation, these girls and, of course, the Alphon Cancer Center would really appreciate you doing so. Again, if you go to the Scores Facebook page, the Central Maine Sports Facebook page, that's Central Maine Sports Facebook page, featured at the top of the page is the Ballin' for the Cure Lawrence Lady Bulldogs QR code, which you can go scan with your phone, take a picture with your phone. It immediately will bring you to the Venmo account for the Lawrence girls high school basketball team, and you can make any donation that you would like to make. How much is that check for? Did we see? All right, so somebody, $750 to the Harold Alphon Cancer Center, so that certainly is a good start. So you can imagine the work that these young women have put into this. They have made it a really, really big deal, and $750 bare minimum is going to go to the Alphon Cancer Center. So congratulations to everybody associated with the Lawrence Girls High School basketball program and this Ballin' for the Cure night tonight here. And a successful night off the court and a successful night on the court for the Bulldogs as well. Not the closest final score that they've had this year, but for 2.5 quarters, they were matched possession by possession by this Oceanside Mariners team.
Yeah, I think Oceanside, you leave this one a little bit frustrated by the fouls. One of the things I think you always worry about with high school kids on the road when you don't necessarily get the whistle you're looking for, how much do you let it affect yourselves mentally? I think Oceanside got themselves a little bit out of the game that way. And then again, Coach Breen, you talked to him in the pregame. You and I discussed it in the pregame, talked about it throughout. But again, not an overly tall Oceanside team. Doesn't generally want to get deep into their bench. They play about 7 of their kids. And I think you just saw they started to run out of gas there down the stretch. And Provost takes over. And so Oceanside just didn't have anything left in the arsenal to go back to, and Provost just closed it out.
It took a whole lot of energy and effort for Oceanside to keep it where they did in this ball game. You can see they do have a depth issue. Lawrence certainly is deeper, although Lawrence didn't go that deep tonight. They went to Lawyerson. They went to Cole. Beyond that other than Taylor Pellerin with a cameo appearance down the stretch, that was it. But it just seemed like Lawrence was the fresher basketball team in the second half, and they were able to hang on and when the game was close and then find their groove in the second half.
Worth noting, too, rest versus rust, right? You can get into that, but you mentioned you talked to Coach Chesley in the pregame. Lawrence hadn't played in a minute. I think Oceanside.
9 days,
yeah,
actually.
Oceanside just had a tough game a couple days. I think it was Saturday against Lincoln Academy. They had a tough game against them. Winslow, I think, was before that, and they had another one. They had Sandwich, I think, tough game. So Oceanside also kind of coming out on the wrong side of scheduling-wise. And again, people have asked me multiple times, and it's my honest answer. Coach Coughlin asked me when we had the Oceanside-Winslow game, actually. He said, where do you think the best atmosphere in high school basketball is? I said, if there's one better than Folsom, I ain't found it yet.
Yeah, well, I haven't either. I've been to a lot of gyms.
Right.
There's a certain uniqueness about this place, obviously because of the small size of the gym. The sound just absolutely radiates and bounces right back at you. It feels like the crowd is right on you because the crowd is right on you, and you add those elements together. It's a very tough, very intimidating place to play, but I also think it's a good place to play because the depth perception with the baskets is not an issue. The walls of the gym are close, so I think it's a good place to shoot the basketball. The problem is you usually have to try to shoot it against a very good Lawrence defensive team, 100%. Whether it's girls or boys.
100%. And again, credit, doesn't matter what the game is. You know the home crowd's going to be there. several of the boys players who I think played Oceanside earlier this afternoon, if I remember correctly.
I'm not sure if they played or not.
It was early this weekend. Obviously, I think they were up there at some point, but several of them, I saw Cole Kirian, a couple others were here, but the students are going to be here. And not only the students going to cheer, the students are going to let the opposing team hear about it as well. So, again, there's one better than Folsom. I ain't found it yet.
Nope, that's for sure. We will head up to Newport tomorrow night. Nokomis High School, it's boys action tomorrow night. It's Nokomis taking on Mount Blue. That's another battle of Route 2 right there. We'll have it here on the Score at 6:30. Pregame show at 6:20. AJ and I will call it. You can find it at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and the Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. While we wait for Maddie Provost and the pictures to get taken for the Ball and for the Cure cause, we'll take a timeout. More of our postgame show after this on the Score.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWATs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Herman and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Herman location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
The Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
At Height Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Height Chevy. Height Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Height family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
My sidekick here is Maddie Provost. She's our Flagship Cinemas score player of the game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. So you must have T-shirts by now for the whole family. You have keychains, probably more than you have cars in the family. I think it's time we probably advocate, Maddie, for your parents to buy you a car so that you can have your own keys on the keychain.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
You'd be good with that?
Yeah.
16 points in the second half, 23 for the game. 7 points in the first half. That's not usually how Maddie Provost goes. What happened in the second half to change that around?
We just kind of flipped a switch, and coaches knew I had to start penetrating to get things open for us, and that's just what I had to do tonight.
This game was a tough game. This Oceanside team's the defending state champs in Class B. They're a great ball club. Bailey Breen or not, they're still still a really good ball club. So you knew you were going to have your hands full. 2.5 quarters, this is anybody's game. All of a sudden, you guys finally caught fire. The team seemed to sort of kick in. I don't know if that switch got flipped on, off, however you guys do it. Coach Chesley have anything specific to say in that third quarter to you that maybe changed gears for you?
Yeah, no, he just really wanted me to penetrate. He knew it'd open up different opportunities for our team. And so that was really what I had to do. So
balling for a cure night tonight. I know it's a big deal to you guys. You put a lot of effort into this. What does it mean to the team to see the response? I know you had a nice big game show check out there and all of that. You've done all of that. So what does this mean to this team?
Yeah, it means definitely a lot to us. Just to do it for the kids. We all remember when we were that little. And so it's a great opportunity for them to come out and see us play and just kind of see how it is to play at this level when they get to our age.
Yeah, that was great before the game to have the kids all lined up as you guys are being introduced. You were holding hands while you doing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Does that remind you of like 10 years ago?
Yeah, definitely. Every game.
Yeah. It was a really cool thing.
Yeah.
I asked Coach Chesley this in our pregame interview. I'll ask you it too because I'm always interested to get a player's perspective. You're undefeated. Do you want to go undefeated?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
See?
That's a tough one. Can I ask what Coach said?
What did Coach say? I can't.
He said like to, yes, but necessary not.
Yeah, okay. He'd like to,
that's a
yes,
good
but
answer.
not
I like
necessary. Are you going to stick with that?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's definitely a good feeling, but also sometimes when you lose a game, you learn something. You learn a lot, obviously. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but.
Well, what we learned tonight, aside from the victory here, is that you won this game by 19. You scored 23 points, and you're our Flagship Cinema score player of the game. Ashley, thanks. We appreciate it as always.
Thank you so much.
Good luck the rest of the way. I hope you do go undefeated.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, did I call you Ashley?
Yeah.
You're Maddie.
It's okay.
That's
It's all right.
Maddie.
It's all right.
Maddie, Ashley, Maddie Provost, our score player of the game.
Thank
Back
you.
after this.
Looking for a way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
Ashley's Maddie, Maddie's Ashley. I think we're all giddy, so you know what we probably ought to do is pack up and go home and watch the college football national championship game. So Maddie Provost, our flagship Cinema Score player of the game tomorrow night. We're in Newport, Nokomis, Mount Blue, boys basketball, game time 6:30. That ought to be a good one, too. AJ and I will have the call here, centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, on YouTube at Central Maine Sports. Remember that Ballin' for the Cure QR code. You can find it at the top of the Central Maine Sports Facebook page. Yeah, there you go. So that's it for AJ Knight and our score crew. Mike Violet saying so long from Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Final score here tonight, Lawrence Bulldogs 56, Oceanside Mariners 37.
You've been listening to a high school sports presentation on The Score, brought to you by these great local sponsors: Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, 201 Service Skowhegan, Flagship Cinemas, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service in Vassalboro, Assistance Plus, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, Kennebec Eye Care, Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, and by SBS Carbon Copy. Keep posted on what's coming up. Live video and audio of girls and boys high school hockey and basketball. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. The place for local sports is Sports Radio 1160, The Score.